all the recording. Okay, welcome. I'm just recording now. Welcome everyone. This session is just about discussion, and we'll do a bit recap. What we're supposed to do in terms of assignment. I'll share with you all the documents in a minute, and we'll go through accordingly. Okay. uh, okay. So all the lessons available on Moodle. Do you have access on Moodle? RVLE page.
Yep, I can access it.
Brilliant. That's good. Um, audit and assurance. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll share with you all our relevant resources in chat box in a minute, and those you can use it for your assignment. I'll share with you the book as well. Yes. So that will help you, which is normally we use F8, which is we use normally for ACC F8 exam, which is about audit and assurance. Huh? So I'm sharing with the audit and assurance workbooks here in the chat box. You can download, please. You can find through our BLE page. Is available there as well. And I share with you. So relevant resources in a minute. So I'm sharing with you all resources here. Please, you feel free, you can download. All there. Okay, so we'll do a bit, quick look what is supposed to. You, of course, we can't do all the lesson in one go, but I'll go through more focus will be an assignment. So in lesson 1, we discuss about understand the concept of assurance. So there are two types of assurance: positive assurance, negative assurance. A data never ever give the absolute assurance. Okay, absolute, we can say 100% is correct. Yes. Thing. We only give the true and fair views about the financial statement in line with the accounting standard. Those are prepared true and fairly. So that's we have discussion. Always good to be reflect when we start. That's we discuss positive, negative risk assessment assurance. Yes, reasonable assurance, high level of assurance, limited assurance is a low level of assurance. Yes, practitioner is the editors and intended user are the shareholders and responsible parties managers and financial statements. We can look around some risk can be. So these we discuss in our lesson 1, different types of assurance. We had a bit discussion in during all these lessons. So each lesson is the recording separately available on Moodle. So please you can listen as well. The word stewardship, because owner of the company, the shareholder, the directors are the managers in the public limited company. They are steward. They have to work in the best interest of the shareholder. But unfortunately, they're not working in the best interest of the shareholders. Sometimes they're working best interest of themselves. They always have a conflict. We need to be managed, and we work in the best interest of the shareholders. Yeah. So objective of external audit to increase the transparencies work in audit is as mean what you're saying, same thing you're doing, and you have a documentary evidence. Audit is mean checking the accuracy in the book of accounts. Yeah, that's the word. Audit is derived from the Latin word data, which is to check the accuracy is the key. So editors give the views and intended parties all these views. We have a lot of the so financial information is subjective, judgmental matters. Inherently limitations can be representation. The management may have to be relies upon only the source of evidence. Evidence is maybe persuasive, not conclusive, and editors. And we don't want to be because it's very difficult. 100% review will try our best to draw the conclusion is the positive assurance, limited assurance, and in it's a secretary audit which is by law compulsory. These we look around various controlling and accounting and audit standards. In within that, auditor have a duty of care. We make sure we otherwise if it can be damages if we don't work in the best professional practicism. Always we look the critical mindset. Of course editor can do the cross questioning and draw there, and we can always look around 5 professional code of ethics, which is either you member of any professional body, you need to follow those. So these are professional competencies, professional behaviors, integrity, confidentiality, objectivity. To remember easily we can use the word popular people chat in office. Some people are very famous, they carry on chatting in offices. So we can look at PPCIO. This is abbreviation of professional behavior, professional competency, confidentiality, integrity, objectivity. That's all we have in lesson 1. Okay, just a little review. We discuss about sampling, size, and then I included the key reference. Those are available in. Okay, welcome, Usman. Are you okay?
Yeah, not bad. Thank you.
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm late today.
No, no, nobody. You GIT, you're just in time. Huh?
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so then in learning outcome 2, because each lesson is available separate recording, please you can listen if you want to. Which we discuss about importance of internal control. Control is mean corrective action we can, and that's we have in our lesson 2 discussion. Huh? We discuss about risk. Risk can be inherently risk, control risk if deduction risk if we can't deduct it, those risk itself is a risk. So risk is the probability of happening. We need to be make sure we'll reduce those risks. And in so we had two learning outcome 2.1 2.2. These we discuss in our lesson 2. Internal control, the process of designing, implementing and maintaining those to charge, govern and maintain. And we just want to make sure and the details give the assurance the internal control system is quite. We discuss about ISA, which is International Standard of Assurance. Yes, looking the detail need to be understand the entity internal control system. And because that's why it's good to know the internal environment of the organization and control procedure. And sometimes editors can say run the process to show what control are in place. Okay, so we can look around control environment. Really is a matter of increasing operational efficiencies, reducing fraud, and these are the key objective of any the control system. Okay, so we can look around. It's a legal requirement as well. You have a control in place. Test of control. We just want to make sure always inquiries about the observation, control activities, inspection, examination. We can re-performance testing. Those are control are efficient. Like we can look around segregation of duties. Who is responsible for what? Don't give the one control to one person. Yes, so maybe one is generating the purchase order, other invoice, and who is paying it. It's not should be the same person because otherwise the fraud can be happen. So those and internal control, dispatch invoices, and all the which we can look around. Credit control as well. In internal control, purchase system control objective, ordering, yes, receipts and accounting of things, warehouse, numbering system. So these are different internal control. We discuss about payroll controls like segregation of duties, authorization, rec- recording of any changes. Yes, custody of the cash if you're paying the cash. If you're paying the cash, maybe some more risk involved instead of if you're transferring from the money from your accounts, business account to yes, recording the payroll, checking the timesheets and all, these sort of the control. Then again is non-current asset control. Yes, we can look around depreciation, revaluation of asset, those assets physically own it, who own it. Yeah. So to understand the word of internal control, we use ECA maps, which is A stand for authorization, who's authorized, computer control, yes, password, comparison, we can look around budget, actual, arithmetical control, maintain and review control, account reconciliation, how often we do quarterly, monthly statement reconciliation, or you do yearly, physical control of assets, CCTV, then log and mechanism, segregation of duties, who's responsible for what. Yeah. So these all we had a discussion in our lesson 2. So please you can follow the lesson 2. So we discuss about audit risk is the risk that the auditors stated financial statement fairly present when they are not. So inherent in risk, the risk is that will be materially misstatement due to their nature or the contents, and the control risk, the risk that entity internal control will not prevent or deduct, that can be they not why the why there was a 75 million shortfall in the pension fund of the Krillian construction company which been liquidated. That's why not editors, why not Enron editors highlighted these. These are all the risk, deduction risk. Yeah, the risk, the editors will not deduct the material misstatement that exists in the financial statement. Maybe that's, we need to be want to make sure the internal control try to be, and these procedures we can use. That's we had a discussion in our lesson 2.
Okay.
Okay. So lesson 3 in we discuss lesson 3, how evidence of completing assurance engagement, how we can collect evidence. Yes, we different reports we can generate as a details. So what is the audit assurance? We already audit engagement, the type of assurance engagement that carried out by the auditor, give the independent opinion, set of the financial statements. Thus we had in discussion assurance engagement, reasonable, limited. We said auditors cover the range of issues. Yes, discuss under the corporate governance. We can look around the overall governance of the company. The company is a going concern. The business will carry on as a normal for unseen period of time. That's the going concern. Material misstatement, secretary audit, which is by law is required. We can look around non and assurance report, limitation of the reports. Those we can highlight. Materiality, what are the all the material information is available, and they check it, the those and the level of assurance is it, determine the nature and the procedure and audit and reasonable or negative assurance, nothing came in our notice. Yes, audit acceptance, planning, risk, materiality, all which we can look around, and which we had a discussion all different sort of control, assertion, analytical procedures of control, sampling, tolerance level, acceptable level, audit software. We discuss about IS, International Standard of Assurance, 500, sufficient, appropriate evidence we require, audit evidence we require, need sufficient, appropriate audit evidence to look around all these. So when we do, we need occurrence when they happen, completeness, accuracy, cutoff, classification of like asset. We can classify current asset, non-current asset, and those accounting balance, right, obligation, completeness, valuation, allocation. These, all we can look around in, and we discuss about computer aided design of audit, and all we had a discussion, and the link is there. If you want to use it for your assignment, you can click and you can read and write. Okay, because your, of course, you don't have exam, your is assignment, so just it's a matter of Okay, then last learning outcome we discuss about uh, ethics, moral principle. We discuss assurance, engagement, moral principle as well. So audit assurance, internal control, audit IS types of assurance. We had a discussion. Ethics, we discuss about popular people chat enough still. The abbreviation you can remember. Some famous people carry on. So first P is the professional behavior, professional competency, confidentiality, integrity, and objectivity. The objectivity, there won't be any conflict of interest, which we want to make sure, yes, not keeping or putting the things ethical is concerned with the behaviors. There is a separate unit if you want to become or you want to learn more ethics, the ACCA Professional Code of Ethics or Ethic Standard Committee, which is carry on set. Yes, so that's we want to be make sure we'll do all like tax planning is illegal, but the tax. Yes, so if we have fraud, that's illegal, really. Yes, tax evasion. So we need to be make sure we'll do integrity, straightforward, honest. These are all the professional code of ethics. Always try to be look around the conflict of interest, how we can reduce those. We have an independent board, the executive, non-executive committee. Self-interest, when you have your own, are you recommending someone for the sake of your interest? When you're checking your own work, that's leads to these all the threads leads to the professional code of ethics can be compromised if your familiarity, intimidations, or advocacy. When you have two clients, you're giving advice to both, is it difficult for you to be how you independent and your view, because if you declare you're not giving the advice, maybe you're going to break the confidentiality rules. All these which we can look around these threads, and we have to draw the safeguard. Like if you're doing audit regular, so maybe after a while you're not going, you can send someone else, because if you're becoming close friend or inviting parties, and these are can create sometimes conflict of interest. So we all discussion, and we included all the little engagement letters, responsibility of editors, professional skepticism, which we had a discussion in lesson 1 as well, ethical standard, moral principle. So we looking ethics is the rule is principle based approach, but in some country rules, rule is the law. If you not obey the law, it's can crime. But the ethics is more is the principle, moral values, because that is come under civil laws. The membership can be and those, and we have ethics standard committees. All these the rule we should be aware of, otherwise we need to report money laundering training. Yes, we're putting in our organization best practices. Creative accountant, we shouldn't be used. Yes, the standard are newly carry on developing to protect and prevent these frauds. We have Enron, biggest scandal. We have a lot of other companies as well, but these are the World Telecom. And then, yes, so further reading is available. That please is good to do, and which you can. I shared with you in the chat box. Please, you can download the workbook F8, which I send you, which is in ACCA. We normally use that book as well, which is quite good to use for your assignment discussion. Okay, so let's please we look, what we're supposed to do in term of assignment. So please, when you do your assignment, hope you done assignment before as well. So the reference, how to do. All we okay in term of Harvard reference? Yes?
Yeah,
How we
no.
can, okay, brilliant. That's fine. Okay, always first page is the cover page, please. Then second is the content page, and then you can divide your discussion according. So we'll go through assignment brief first, and we look, what really been asked in assignment. Okay, let's give me 1 minute. I can log. You have access on Moodle, please. You can log in on Moodle. I shared with you the sample for the task 1 and the final assignment, as a sample assignment is available on Moodle as well. That will also help you to prepare your own. We can use various resource. Kaplan is one of Kaplan is a publisher, and in our slide we have a lot of links there. And other than that, I can share with you the books and journal article is good too, because make sure you use them and answer the key questions. And our slides is accordingly as per our assignment brief, and the learning outcome is matched. Just 1 second, I just want to make sure I log in on Moodle and I'll show you. Okay, Usman, are you working in accounts as well? What you
Yes,
done before?
I do.
Okay, great. Have you done some assignment before? So you're aware of how to do reference, yes?
Yeah, I did. I just finished one. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Please, you can log your end as well. You're already on Moodle, yes? If you have access, so good to log in and look around assignment brief first, please.
Okay. Yeah, I have the hard copy right in front of me here.
Okay. So yes, it's opening now. Sorry, I think so. I have a bit, internet issue. Maybe a bit slow. Okay, so we created a template for assignment. Is the assignment template, yeah? So I'll share with you. Not, I already shared with you in the chat box, which you can download. So always cover page, content page, little bit introduction, why audit is becoming important, because of course the role of auditors and audit significant increase because due to the various scandal, and there is a trust gap. So that's why that we have a lot of new standard arrives. Yeah? Like we have a recently IFRS 16 about the leases and various other standard in audit as well being released. Yes. So to make sure to reduce and auditors and increase the trust of users, yes, on these financial statements, and the information is correct and true and fair. Then in your assignment, you've been given the task. You've been given the task one, yes, which is little scenario, and then you've been asked, explain assurance, so we can we can look around assurance according to whoever the author, like we said, Kaplan, yes, and engagement, which is practitioner express, and the conclusion, which we and make sure we do the reference. You can use the reference button from here, is called reference insert citation one. You can do manually, it's entirely up to you, but this way, by using MS Word function, that can create the list of the reference, properly for you as well. That's quite good to look around one way. Uh, just, and I'll share with you the sample assignment. Sorry, I'm trying to log in on Moodle and I'll share with you again. Oh, we had a plenty rain here. I'm not sure how's your end. Was nice weather? No,
Uh, I don't know. Ours is not nice. In London, it's not nice.
not nice. Oh, in north is more. Yes, it was horrible.
Yeah, you get a lot of rain in this place.
Mm. I'll just okay, guys. So we been given assignment. I'll give you simple assignment. It's a matter of just typing the work. Yes, writing. You can include as many example you want to. Yes, can you see all? Yes, here is when you click assurance, and within that you have all the lesson recording books, workbooks. Yeah, all the relevant resources you can hope you can find your end too.
Okay.
Okay, this is the assignment brief we are using. Okay, can you see assignment brief? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so within these brief, we been explained what we're supposed to do. Yes, you've been given all underneath each task, like 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, which is one represent the lesson one. Huh? Okay, so here is we have a task one. Yes, we've been asked, to prepare the reports. Yes, define these terminologies, term assurance, what is reasonable assurance, what is meant by assurance process. We had in our lesson compare and contrast responsibility of the stakeholders, an engagement, identify the need, so you can write all these, the bullet points. Yes. If you want to work towards merit, you can look around, analyze, yes, the purpose and the outcome of obtaining different, assurance engagement, collecting different evidence, internal control, how these mitigate the risk, and we can use the different approaches to minimize the risk. So you will see here this task is heavily based on lesson one and two. So lesson one and two slides can be considered and we can focus or we can find the key terminology. Second, your task is key focus and prepare a series of handbooks, assist you the completing assurance engagement, discuss the reasons why the documentation, yes, relating to assurance involved engagement is important, really describe, different stages of gathered evidence. Yes, we need a complete evidence and different, evidence can be an assurance, and discuss, rising and gathering assurance evidence. So that's we have a task two, which is based on our lesson three. And then we have a task three, which is based on our lesson four, which is more about ethic, confidentiality, why we need, what are the professional code of ethics, what are the risks, those we just mentioned, and the safeguard. And please, in your assignment, when you do the task one, you have given the guidance here. If you want merit, if you want distinction, we need to do the questions accordingly for higher grades. Yeah. And then task 2 and 3 we can. Okay. So I'm going to show you quick, the sample assignments, and that will also help you to prepare your own.
Good.
Any question? We okay? Yes.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Related. So if you're any question you think need to more in detail, let me know, please. So we can. So I can give you 2-3 books. Yeah. Those are quite useful. You can pick all the terminology and then write in your words, and the reference can be author of the book according to which year that was, and the full link, in the reference page. So as we mentioned, we can divide. Yes. So I included the key stuff, and the definition there and the links there. Yes. So like if you want assurance engagement, so I included the little pictures, yes, which I got from Kaplan. So we can find things, on the Kaplan website, which I'll show you in a minute. And that's, underneath you can divide your discussion and you can do your assignment. Yeah. So that's we can, because and the reference, and that's that's the way we can structure. And I'll give you sample assignment. And just want to make sure they are gone. Okay, so task 1 and 2, and we have task one task you have to prepare the PowerPoint slide, which is task 3. Yeah. So task 3, you've been asked, the PowerPoint slide, so we can prepare the PowerPoint slide, and the PowerPoint slide we can include into our main file. If you want to submit as a one hour, you can submit it 2 separate, yes, for task 1 and 2, and your task 3. Yeah. That's which we can look. Just 1 second. 1 minute. Sorry, I'll share with you sample in a minute first. So just give me 1 minute. I'm just trying to locate. Any question? Okay, let's please look just 2 minutes. Give me, I'll just, share with you the sample assignment. And that's, then we can go through the task. Huh? So we can highlight it. Sorry, I'm not, it's in my file. Just give me 1 minute. I can locate. I'm gonna save it. Sorry. Send to everyone. There is just see. Yeah, yes, it's coming. Okay, which I'll share with you now. Okay, so now we are there. Okay, yes. So this is one of the sample assignment that will also help you. Okay. So so you will see there how can be. Can you see all this?
Yes.
Okay. So please, this is the table of contents have been prepared. You already hope you're aware of how to create table of content. If not, I can demonstrate. Yes, task 2 they done, and the task 3 which I'm going to share with you. Okay, so please make sure you add the reference. Yes, if this is I'll share with you with the feedback. Yes, introduction, like assurance are the independent professional services performed by the editors of the function to improve the quality of the decision making. In other words, assurance service supported in making the right decision. Yeah, is based on giving the audit assurance. Any question here? If you have, so please, that's you can write, or you can find from any book or journal article, abstract of the journal that give you the good wording. So I'll share with you. So please, you can write what is assurance. Assurance is approach of handle economics exposures, like explain the concept of assurance, reasonable assurance. So it's been explained, and you will see there all, yeah. Make sure you add the reference wherever you're getting the information, the source. Try to use a Harvard reference style if you can. Yes, compare and contrast the responsibility of different stakeholders. You can explain what is meant by stakeholder. Anybody who has any interest in the business is a stakeholder. Identify effective systems. Yes, so that's we've been discussion about environment, technology, size, strategies. Those we need to be properly designed. That will help the proper environment. Describe the component of internal control. So that's also in our lecture slide as well. And what is meant by risk and control. So please, you can explain. Make sure you will see the reference there. Yeah. So each task we can write and answer. Discuss the reason preparing the documentation. Audit is certification that meet the necessity of IS. A is international standard of assurance audit standard, different stages, those being all discussed here. So it's quite good to look around these, please. That will help you to prepare your own assignment accordingly. Okay. So task 1, task 2. If you have particular question, please you can ask. Yes, make sure you create the list of the references, and that will go with you. Just 1 second, I can share with you that. and that's you can use it. Okay. I'm just having you this sharing with you. Have you managed to download all the resources those I shared with you
Yep.
in the chat box? Yes. Usman,
Yeah.
you manage as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's good. So please, you can use those. Yes. You can use these, and I'll show you the Kaplan as well. Sorry, I'll keep you a few more minutes. Huh? So please, you can download that slide which I shared with you, and I shared with you task 3 as well. Huh? PowerPoint slide. Okay, here is final assignment. Huh? So I quickly show you how you can find stuff, and how you can embed it in your writing. Have you ever used the Kaplan resources before?
Yeah, I have used it before.
It's quite useful. Huh? So if you, let's say, if you're looking audit assurance, yes, let's say assurance, and next to that, if you write the word Kaplan, Kaplan is a publisher. In the Google search, you can find it. Lot of stuff on assurance. So if you, because a Kaplan is more, of course, authenticated source, the publisher. Okay, you will see here, yes, assurance chapter. You can KF knowledge bank, yes. So like if you want, first of all, this is a assurance engagement. If you right click it, you can take image, you can paste into, yes, and make sure to reference it, like I did, and you will see the assurance, yes, engagement. And there are plenty of example illustration. These example is good too, yes. Stakeholders, positive negative assurance, yes, relationship, and these are all, it's quite useful information you can pick and write in your what they include in your assignments. Yeah. So you will see here been. So it's quite good, like we did in assignment, and make sure you put the reference. Huh? So when you right click on the picture, this one, yeah, it's give you insert caption. Yeah, see here. So you can caption is give you the figure numbers, like we did the figure 1. What is figure 1 is about? We gave the number is figure 1 is about audit assurance. Yes. And when you write, you can say as figure 1 demonstrate, yes, assurance engagement. So you can contextualize your discussion, any facts and figures or graph you're going to include. So please make sure you do. Like here, you can find ACCA articles. If you Google it and say ACCA article on assurance, okay, and then the task 2 and so on, you can, all the heading we included, and I give you all the templates as well. Okay, so please do so. And if you have, you can ask, otherwise we'll keep up to here. Okay, so please, when you complete your assignment, you can send to me, I can give you feedback, and then you can submit final. If we'll think, wherever we need to improve, I can, or we can say, or let's, from this book or from this source, you can pick, and use some sources, or you can, include more examples, no? Accordingly. Okay, just follow the assignment. Okay, any question before we finish?
I'm okay.
Okay, brilliant.
I mean, Anjum, if you could share this video, that would be nice.
Yes, it's a recording, and we can
This
share
recording, yeah.
recording. Yes, no
Great.
worries.
Thanks so
And
much.
we can share you all other recording if you want. You can find on the Moodle as well. Yes, the page, all the previous recording, but we can share with you as well.
Thanks so much.
Very welcome. Have a lovely evening. Have a nice weekend.
And you too. Take care.
Hope so. Weather will be nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good night. Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye.